The police, they go into the wrong house. They throw in a flashbang grenade. There's a toddler sick, and they're pointing fingers. All right, here it is.
Cameras. Dogs. Police, search warrant, come to the door! Police, search warrant, come to the door!
Okay, put up the picture of who they actually threw a grenade at. Yeah. It looked like 20 damn cops, armed, foot to head, with grenades for them too. Elyria Police broke the door, used grenades. Courtney Price is demanding an investigation. Ms. Price says a mistaken police raid caught on a doorbell camera injured her 1-year-old son, Waylon. Ms. Price alleges police broke a window and deployed the flashbang grenade near the 1-year-old. The incident occurring after Ms. Price and her son had traveled from Kentucky to stay with family in the city. This is Ohio. So she could receive medical care at the University Hospital's Rainbow Babies and Children. Home security video captured dozens of cops targeting her aunt's home in the Cleveland suburb after Wednesday, January 10th. Price alleges the flashbang explosion blew out a window right next to her son, who was on a ventilator at the time. He could be dead, okay? Now in a statement, police say the search was appropriate and they dispute the woman's story. The police special response team was executing a search warrant for a 14-year-old suspect connected to a burglary. A 14-year-old connected to a burglary. The family's Ring video captured the raid as the police broke down the front door. Price told CBS Mornings, quote, "All I seen was lights flashing and smoke coming into the house. I didn't know what to do because there was guns pointed at me. I wanted to run to him, but I knew if I ran to him, they could have shot." Moments later, Price was taken outside and handcuffed. "I kept screaming, my baby is on a ventilator. My baby is in here." They didn't give a damn. "I kept yelling for my baby," Price said in the interview with Cleveland.com and the Plain Dealer Friday night. The officers were in the home, searching the home. The baby was clearly laying there suffocating, turning red, blue, and they all just walked by him. Nobody went to him, end quote. Put up the child. Ms. Price said Waylon was hospitalized with burns on his body after he was covered in glass and smoke. Price telling CBS News his diagnosis is a chemical pneumonitis from the chemicals in the flashbang grenade. The child is recovering. Waylon, who was born prematurely, grapples with health issues already, is reliant on a ventilator already. At the time of the incident, his oxygen was nearby as he sat in his rocker next to his crib. Price says Waylon has been moved out of the ICU at UH Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, but is being treated for the inflammation of the lungs, irritation of the eyes. along with lingering effects of the smoke. Already was on a ventilator. The child's mother brought him to Cleveland for heart surgery, but she says that now also has to be delayed. But the police say they confirmed the child did not sustain any visible injuries at the scene, and that any allegations suggesting the child was exposed to chemical agents is not true. Damn it, the child breathes. A flashbang grenade releases chemicals in the air. It is meant to do that. That's the purpose of it. It is meant to bewilder the person inside by way of the smoke and chemicals inside of it. This is just insane. Put them up. It's a ridiculous statement. The police chief, Bill Pelko, defended the officers in an interview with a local news outlet, quote, "We hit the right house on Permally. The search warrant was for 331 Permally. That was the correct house. That wasn't a case of us hitting the wrong house," end quote. Price's aunt, Radia Jennings, has rented this home for a year. She said the police have come multiple times searching for a suspect that did not live there. She says she doesn't feel safe anymore. The family plans to take legal action against the department. Meanwhile, the mayor, Kevin Brubaker, said he is, quote, deeply concerned and is reviewing body cam footage, which will be released to the public by the end of the day Tuesday as an investigation into the department's conduct is underway. All right, so we got some video now. The family has set up a GoFundMe. Obviously, already struggling. Things already not great. The child already on a ventilator and heart surgery was pending. And then this happens. And the cops are saying they did the right thing. Let me tell you one practice that is supposed to be done. It is called a check for children. Anytime you do these raids, you are supposed to know, are there innocent people in the home? Are there sick people in the home? And are there children in the home? Put it up, full mass. They need medical supplies. They need gas to cover travel. There's a GoFundMe. No apology, no nothing. Just a sorry, wrong house is all they actually said. Now the chief is even denying that. You can make a contribution. Justice for Waylon. Do the best you can do. I can't think of a more chaotic and horrible storm than to drive somewhere, stay there just so you can make sure your baby has the proper care, and all of a sudden police come in and try to kill your child. Insane. All right, thoughts, Sharon?
Hey, Bill, you hit the wrong house, chief, okay? He should have been fired by now for the statements alone. The callousness, he and his troops are, and I say troops, a danger to the public in Elyria, Ohio. This is why you don't give Barney Fife war tools to use against the citizenry. That's why you don't do that, okay? That's not the way it's supposed to be. And I don't know what the training is, because it looked like a block party outside the home that they were tactically moving in on, looking for a 14-year-old burglary suspect. Okay, Bill? Mayor, you need to fire Bill and perhaps disband the department. I mean that. I worked in Cleveland, okay, and covered Elyria and the other surrounding metro area. They should probably disband it for this alone.
Yeah. There will be updates. I do hope the family sues them so we can actually get the stuff on record. All right?